Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I do just want to start by apologizing for not posting a video last week. I did explain in like a Facebook Live and then in my Instagram stories that I just was super busy and didn't really have time to make a video for last week. But I am making a video for this Saturday. But just to give some context, if you don't know who I am, my name is Jess. It's really good to see you. I post all these videos on topics within personal development. If you guys have any suggestions on videos you want me to make specifically, please send me a message or comment down below what you want me to make a video on, and I'll definitely look into doing that. So today's video is part of the series I created called Think and Grow Rich. Think and Grow Rich is a book written by Napoleon Hill, and I've been making all these videos on each chapter. So this book has basically got 14 principles of success. We've done 11 and this is the 12th one. So we're nearly done. There's only 14 altogether. As you can see, the book is, well, this is the next chapter, but like, this is how much we basically covered. So yeah, let's get into today's. Today's is chapter 13 and it's called The Brain. Okay guys, so this chapter is very confusing to explain. I keep filming this video and I feel like, I don't know, it just feels like I'm speaking like a wacko person who's saying all this wacko stuff. I guess maybe this book can be seen as like a wacko thing, even though I think like it's all true honestly, but I think the terminology and stuff is just a bit weird. But basically what this chapter is about is, so he's speaking about the brain, Napoleon Hill, and he's saying that the brain is a broadcasting station for vibrational thought. See, already like it's all like, what is that? Like, what is that? So basically it's saying that, you know, our brain, it's filled with thoughts. You know, like thoughts happen in the brain. So Napoleon Hill is saying that we can either receive thoughts from other brains. See, again, like weird. So like all brains have thoughts and you can either receive other thoughts or you can send out thoughts. So like thoughts don't just chill in your head and stay there forever. It's like thoughts move. They go from one brain to another brain and you can receive somebody else's. Okay, so like hopefully that makes some sort of sense. And then Napoleon Hill also speaks about telepathy in this. And you know telepathy, sorry, I don't know, it's like lost the ability to speak. But you know telepathy is the ability to send a thought to somebody else. So he does speak about this and it does seem like he believes in this idea of telepathy. But basically it's that you can have a thought and you can send out this thought to somebody else and they can receive it. Through, he says that people receive thoughts through like imagination or as a hunch or as an idea. So you know when you're like, oh, like that's such a good idea, I should definitely do that. Napoleon Hill is saying like that didn't just appear there, it came from somebody else's brain. So somebody sends out that message and you receive that message, and then you might have done something with that message. You might have turned that into action. And in the same way, you can send out a thought to somebody, or not even a specific person. You can just put a thought out there and then somebody else could pick that up. So that's basically what he's talking about. And then he also says that it's more effective for these thoughts to move around, so from one person to the next, if they are mixed with emotion. So instead of just having like, oh, it's Tuesday today, whatever, if you have a thought and you like are thinking it and you've mixed it with like extreme happiness, example, or extreme anger, could be like a positive or a negative. I don't really think emotions are like positive or negative, but you know, people tend to view them that way. But if you attach a thought with emotion, it's going to be more effective at passing from one place to the other. So like honestly, what all of this is making me think of is manifestation. Like this whole chapter really reminded me, and I want to like recommend a video that you go watch. It's by this lady called Kino tarot, and she speaks about how you can manifest specific people into your life. It's super interesting. She also says that in order for you to manifest a certain person, it doesn't have to be like romantic or whatever. It could be like platonic, like anything, a business partner, someone who gives you ideas. You have to be manifesting each other. So it's basically like you have to be sending out certain thoughts and a certain energy, and they have to like be doing the same. But it's not just like, oh, I want to meet a person who really likes reading. So say you're like, oh, I want to meet a person who I really like reading, who really likes reading. You could like just think it like la 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 la, or you could like attach energy to that, like I really want to meet someone who you might even not think of as someone. You might even think like I really want to learn a lot more, and like be putting that energy out. I really want to learn a lot more, and you've got this intense desire to learn. And then because you've got this intense desire, and maybe somebody out there has this intense desire to teach, then you end up finding each other. So Kino Tarot speaks about this, in a video. I'll put the description down. I'll put the link in the description box below. I feel like I've lost the ability to talk, but I think that's a super interesting video, and speaks more about just manifesting and like the energy that you're putting out there. And if you have a desire and you want it to come into being, it's better to mix that with emotion. So don't just be like, I want this, be like, oh, I want this, and attach it to some sort of emotion. And then this also, Napoleon Hill says that it all happens like in your subconscious. So it's not necessarily your conscious, it's your subconscious, which is sending out messages for other people to receive. And yeah, like I said, these messages can come through via inspiration and via a hunch. But like I do have a very weird story that's like kind of similar to this that I wanted to share. Like I found it very odd that this happened, but it was quite weird because about, let's say like 2 weeks ago, I was at a networking meeting, and then the people I was in the networking meeting, they were speaking about rowing. So rowing, the sport. And I used to do rowing at school, and I didn't really like it that much, to be honest. I only kind of did it for the social element. But they were speaking about rowing, and then obviously I had to be like, because I mean, it's like rowing is very, like, like, it's like a group of people who do rowers. Like you want to identify each other, be like, oh, I'm a rower, or I did rowing, I know what that life is like. That's basically what I'm trying to say, even though I didn't really like it. But I was like, oh yeah, like I also did rowing. And then the one lady was like, oh, like we should have a conversation because I'd like love to know about your experiences with rowing. And she was super passionate. And then I was just thinking, in my head, I was thinking, oh, I don't think I'd be a very good person for this conversation because I don't like rowing that much. I feel like, and then my one friend who used to do rowing, and like I thought he was still doing rowing, but anyway, I was like, in my head I was like, he would be a better person for this conversation. And like I hadn't seen this person in like years, hadn't really thought of them, but I just thought like, no, like he needs to have a conversation with her. And I guess I was kind of imagining like them having a conversation together, because I felt like they like rowing more. And then like just got on with my life, and then like literally the next day, that person that I said would make a better conversationist, a better person for the conversation, the rower, he looked at my LinkedIn profile, and then I was just like, what? Like I was just like, what? That's so weird. And then anyway, I sent him a message, and we've been talking since then, and it's been like super interesting because I'm like it's like what are the chances? Like I was literally like I don't know, I found that so weird. I'm sure that sort of stuff happens all the time. You think of somebody, and then you can sometimes get like a hunch to do something, and then you're like, oh, like I've got this like idea that like this person is going through a tough time, and then you reach out to the person and you find out that they do. So I think that's like links a lot with intuition, like getting a message that, oh, like something's wrong, or I need to really reach out to this person, and then like you do, and then it's significant. So yeah, I just wanted to share that story because I feel like it links quite well. It's still like very weird. But yeah, that's basically what he speaks about in this video, is that the brain can receive thought energy and it can also send it out. So be very cognizant, I guess, of the energy that you are sending out there. Yeah, because I mean, I guess if you're thinking positive things and sending good energy, like that's going to go to somebody. If you're going to send out horrible, awful energy, like someone's going to receive that energy. And I guess it also links when you walk into a room and you can feel like, oh, these people feel like positive, this is light energy, and you walk in and then it's like this heavy, dark energy, and then like that that sometimes makes it a bit harder to actually think positively and feel really good. So yeah, that's basically what this chapter is about. Like I said, we've got two more principles. Very exciting, and then we would have finished this book. But thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and then please hit subscribe down below, and then comment if you feel like commenting. Maybe like if you have a story of when you thought of someone and then they popped into your life or something like that, like a weird experience like that I went through, I definitely want to hear about it, so comment down below. And yeah, share this with anyone you think would enjoy it, subscribe, like, all those fun things, and I'll see you next week, possibly. Like I do like to post videos once a week, but like if I'm super busy it just becomes harder, but I probably will. I'll see you next week or sometime in the future with a new video. Bye guys!